Man, that hurt. Good morning, good morning. Hold on one second. Something a little too far away from me. All right. Can't have Lucille that far away from me like that. Man, but I got something in my doggone eye. Sorry, I'm out here in the woods. Called myself walking through these dang old trees and one slapped me so good. Man. So my eye hurting a little bit. But it's all good. I'm gonna put some Tito's on it. It got me looking at the ceiling. My bad. Now I had Lucille a little too far away. My eye hurting anyway, so I gotta watch my six. But I come here today. I have to talk about something, man, because it's been on me. I saw a video of a good friend of mine, Steven Jackson, and he said something about his 5 baby mamas and the situation that he's been in and the pressure that he's been under. And I think he may have said something to the sort of the good guys of most black men, their biggest detriment, black women do something or arrest more black men worse than the police or something to the effect of that. But I don't think he meant it in that way. I think he was talking about his baby mamas. Steven Jackson is one of the most honest, one of the most real men I've been around, even to his own detriment, because he the type of person that whether he got 10, 15, 20 million dollars, if he come to the club with you or he hanging with you, he'll throw his life on the line for you. So I can't believe that there's no men speaking up for this man. And I just couldn't sit back and not say something, because it's interesting to me that anytime somebody say anything about women, in particular black women, that it's always some sort of backlash for the man. It's always he has to retract what he says. That's interesting to me, because the books that I've read and the studies that I've done, it says if you want to see who's controlling society, it's always the group that you can't talk about. And that's interesting to me, that there's a lot of black women that can say whatever they want to say about any and everyone, and they don't never have to retract anything. Now, let's dig in a little bit to what Steven Jackson was saying. Now, this man is a multimillionaire. He said he paid some of his baby mamas over $1 million, millions and millions of dollars, and he still can't see his children. Y'all missed that part. See, because we have this whole notion in our community that black men are always the problem. But I just can't understand, if Steven Jackson had to take his video down, for every young man that's going to make it to the NBA, then the NBA should have to take their training program down. Because if you make it to the NBA, they bring out a bunch of old NBA players and they start telling what I view as horror stories of women and in their past and situations. And there's an interesting part that they tell, and here's where the brainwashing of men with money comes. They tell these young men, these big, strong, aggressive, burly young men, that if a woman hits you, then run and lock yourself in the bathroom. These men trade stories of how women have taken condoms out of toilets that men have thought they flushed them down, and they have turkey based these guys to get a child support check. This is the first thing that the NBA does to these young boys. So if Steven Jackson is so wrong and he has to take his video down, shouldn't the NBA have to take their training methods down? Why are you training young men to take abuse from women? Because if Steven Jackson was so wrong, They wouldn't. I went through the training. After they test your body and your mind, they sit and they bring these guys out. They talk about HIV. They talk about protecting yourself. And they tell you in every scenario to run from a woman and barricade yourself. I said, well, what if we can't get around? Well, you just ball up, try not to touch her, and get out the room. So if Stephen Jackson is so wrong, why does the NBA and everybody seem to have this one-sided mindset and this one-sided code of conduct that only results in men being the victim? I don't get it. A man would do the business and use a protection, use a condom, and a female that's pretty much rape if you ask me. A female has turkey-based these men. I wish the NBA released the footage because we know I'm not lying. I was there. Ask anybody in my draft class what they teach you at NBA rookie transitional camps after they finish testing your body. It's a shame. That's what we want our boys to become now. Victims to violent and aggressive women. And then if anybody say something about it, then you can destroy this man. That don't sound like equality to me. I'm going to tell you a personal story. I was in Atlanta at the Embassy Suites. And I knew this young lady. She's from out of town. And she came in town. She ain't have no money. I said, how the fuck you get in town? You ain't got no money. Oh, I just need something to eat. I said, what the fuck? Got her something to eat at Ruth Chris. You know, I'm getting ready to go out that afternoon. So I had a little, I keep a little hotel room or something downtown when I'm about to go out because I don't want to drive way back to my house. So she like, oh, let me come up. I'm just going to use the bathroom. This is that. So while I'm in the other room changing, Embassy Suite got those little living rooms with the divider. So as I go and change my clothes, she out in the living room. She as soon as I change, she asked me, well, let me get some money. I'm like, no. No bullshit. Girl punched me straight in the face. Bam! Hit me in the nose. I said, what the? My nose went to leaking. My first reaction was, boy, I can't go out like that over something like this. I can't do it. We're in a room by ourselves. There's nobody going to believe me. I'm 7 foot. This girl is a midget. So I walked in. I did exactly what they taught me in rookie transitional camp. I ran into that other room and I locked the door and I called security. If you want to verify my story, call the Embassy Suites. They got the Ruth Chris attached to it on Peachtree. So the lady come upstairs. She's a beautiful black sister. She come upstairs. I said, look, I locked myself in the room. She swung on me. The girl immediately said, oh, he hit me. He attacked me. And she had a bruise on her butt that you couldn't see because she had on shorts. This girl dropped her pants and said, look at what he did. He hit me. And had a big ass bruise on her ass. But the bruise was so purple and black and blue, it was old. So I said, what? I said, you so dumb. As I'm walking by with the security with the napkin on my nose, I said, you so dumb. If you just got a bruise, it would be blood still in it. It wouldn't be that color. So I guess she knew I was right. So she came and tried to swing on me right in front of the lady. And so I just, I ducked it. Bam! She hit her hand on the wall. She dropped down crying. That shit was funny. I'm like, you can't touch God property for the second time, dummy. But so I go out. They call the cops. And the interesting thing, the cop came there and he questions me. And he was like, well, how'd she get that bruise? I'm like, dude, you're a cop. You see the bruise. You can tell this shit is old. Like, I don't know how she got that shit. I was like, look at my nose. So I said, look, I ain't even trying to press no charges. I just want her out of my fucking room. She don't even want to leave the room. And so before the lady even called the police, this girl knows she not going to get in trouble. So she didn't even leave the room. After you just assault somebody, you too stupid to leave because there's usually no punishment for these women. So she stay in the room, cop come, black cop. I still see him in Atlanta to this day. So he come there and he was like, look, you just got to just go ahead and go. She's like, well, I'm using the bathroom. She doing all this defiant stuff. Cop tell her to leave about 15, 20 times. So finally he like, look, man, come on, you got to go. So she walked past me. And as she walked past me, she threw a charger and hit me in the chest with it. Boom! Right in front of the cop. And I looked at the cop. He didn't say a word. She wasn't under arrest or nothing at this moment. He was just getting her out. And I'm like, look, man. I said, so you're going to let her throw this at me right in front of you, and you going to act like that didn't happen? He was like, oh, man, really? That hurt you that bad? You going to say something about that? I said, now, what if it was the other way around? You see my nose already fucking bleeding. I'm telling you just to get her out. And she going to disrespect me and you right here in front of you. You're a law enforcement peace officer. And she just threw a projectile and hit me right in the goddamn chest with it. And you act like it didn't happen. So he said, well, you want to press charges? I said, yeah. I said, because of the disrespect right now, you need to arrest her for that one. So as he go to put cuffs on her, lo and behold, the girl swing on the cop. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Right hand up the guard. Swung on the cop. Boom. He looking like, what the? Spit her around, kicked the legs out from under her, and then he arrests her then. The girl get the ambulance called, all kind of shit. Swung on the cop. Do you know the girl was out in 9 days, OR bond? How many of you men could assault somebody, not only with the cop not seeing, then right in front of the cop, still not be in handcuffs at the time, then they place her under, he was trying to place her under arrest, and the cop gets punched in the face. And then he has to flip the girl on the ground and arrest her. I think he might have broke her ankle too with that little sweep he did. But these girls, some of these girls are now so out of control that they don't even respect the police. I fear for any cop that don't use a body camera around a female. I don't know what you're thinking if you don't use one. Because it's always going to be your fault. It's amazing. The girl got released in 9 days, OR bond, swinging on 2 grown men. One is a law enforcement officer. I won't say her name unless she get on my live and say that didn't happen. And then I say her name, and then you can look it up. But no charges filed. How many men can punch a police officer, black men especially, punch a police officer and not get shot? I think they're desensitizing the trauma that happens to men. Because if it was a black woman dying in every city, just like the black men are dying in every city, these black boys between the ages of 13 and 25, there's 1 to 2 black men dying in every single city. And there ain't no public outrage. I ain't never heard a presidential candidate say we got to stop these young black men from dying. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen an initiative towards helping men, helping these military men who go over there and get a life for us, their families for us, go over there and fight a war. They don't ask what they're going over there for. They just go follow orders and come back over here, and then they got to live under a bridge. It's amazing. I think we desensitizing what happens to men because they keep throwing up in your face something about a woman. And like I said, I haven't met an oppressed woman, a black woman, not by a black man. Yes, white men have maybe oppressed you. They had all the jobs. But whatever oppression you had as a woman, we had it 10 times worse. My great-granddaddy used to tell me stories, and my mom used to tell me stories of how a black man had to sit there and watch his black woman get spit on. He had to get kicked up his ass, and if he turned around and even looked at the white boy that was kicking him, he was going to be put to death. So how could we oppress you when we can't find a damn job ourselves? We trying to sneak and live with you, pump a baby in you to sneak and live with you. But no, you bought into the system and kicked us the fuck out. One of you sisters tell me that got a son in your house. Is it okay for him to die? Is it okay for your son to die? Because while we screaming, woman, 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 all of you got sons. Do you want to make it where all of your sons turn into women because it's easier to live that way? Is that what you're trying to do? Because if I was a woman and I pumped out a baby, or I'm a single father with my son, and ain't nobody give me no goddamn place to stay. Ain't nobody let my son go into a free lunch program. See, it was just a movie when Will Smith played that movie. And I think I just saw it on Tommy Sotomayor thing. And that's what brought it back to my attention. So shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. When Will Smith played that character in the movie, which was based on a true story, every homeless shelter he went to with that little boy, they turned him away because he was a man. Why is that? I thought we loved all kids. Or is it just women with kids? See, you men have been tricked for so long. And see, daddies haven't been around for so long. And see, now we don't understand that in a balanced world, you must have the yin and the yang. You can't just have it one way. Aunties and shit, I used to see it growing up. Aunties cheer the first time the little baby start twerking. Daddies pop them on the butt and tell them straighten the fuck up. You got to have the yin and the yang, or you just get this shit. Remember when gangsters was real? Remember when you disrespected a man? He wasn't going to go call 13, 14 other people and get other people cheering, arrested, and going away from their kid and they away from their woman because your punk ass can't handle your business. Remember when gangsters was for real. When you disrespected that one man will find you somewhere away from your kids, away from your girl, not shooting up no house to get a story, and he will blow your goddamn brains out because you disrespected him. Whatever happened to those? Now we so sensitive now because we got the look at me show even while you still gangster and dangerous. You niggas will hold your gun in the middle of the goddamn street and shoot out with kids around, women around, everybody around. When are we gonna stop this shit? When are we gonna go back to the yin and the yang? When are you women gonna stop being so sensitive to where anytime a man give you a code of conduct, you gonna stop calling it toxic? When are we gonna stop these clickbait words and just get back to respecting a person? When are we gonna stop chasing fucking celebrities that are being controlled by people? This man said what was in his heart. What happened to him, and he was made to take it down. So that shows you the control. Why are we going to keep paying attention to people that are controlled? And why is it such an egregious thing to say something that there are some women out there that are worse than any man you ever ran into? Why is that so bad to say? Do you think all women are good? Because every time you say something bad about a woman, you say not all. So then, by your own logic, not all women would be great, just like not all men are. But we accept it. You guys keep banding together like it ain't some holes amongst the women. These are facts. It's time out for the abusive language because someone tells the truth. It's time out for stopping someone from feeding their black children. Since you care about black people so much, it's time out from firing people from telling the truth. If this is America and this is the free country, it shouldn't be backlash for the truth. It shouldn't be backlash for words. We got AirPods, we got all kind of shit that you could put on not to hear words. Y'all trying to baby everybody into having a happy life. That ain't gonna fucking happen. Don't you see the laws of the jungle? Something lives and dies so something else can live. That's the laws of nature. Everybody not gonna make it because everybody don't want to make it. It don't make no goddamn sense. You trying to protect these kids. I was so happy I had a mom that understood to when my daddy went to prison, when that little boy bullied me and took something from me, my mama turned me back around and said, go get your stuff. She turned me back around. That's fucking important. If you can't deal with bullies as a child, you won't be able to deal with them as an adult. There's people trying to take your shit your entire life. You have a lifetime of people trying to take your shit. As a man, you do. And as a woman, too. Don't you hear the Me Too movement? What, ain't there some men trying to take your shit? So you have a lifetime of people trying to take your shit. And the best thing my mama did is taught me how to stand up for myself. Because if you can't stand up for yourself, then nobody else can do it for you. We have participation trophy our way into a bunch of young men that can't deal with society, can't deal with life. Life is fucking hard. Life is fucking hard, especially for a male. You're grooming these boys to not be able to deal with adversity. Because as soon as you get a girl pregnant and that ain't your wife and y'all not together, son, you're going to deal with some adversity. And if you can't deal with that, then you're going to get violent, and that's not good. You're going to end up hurting yourself, and that's not good. But it's okay, I think, for men to die. I think it's okay for men to die. Because if you're going to find something offensive that I said, then ask yourself this. If it was, look at the numbers of the amount of black young men dying throughout the United States every year. Look at the amount of men dying and tell me it would not be the first government initiative to make sure that stopped from happening. Tell me it wouldn't. Now, I understand trying to bring some equality to women, but this shit don't seem equal no more. And it ain't as bad as you think it is on women. It don't seem equal. There's not one program to help men do nothing. And if it is, tell me about it. I want to know the program with single fathers. They got a whole community of single fathers. I want to know the process of the men who get legitimized by their kids just for signing the birth certificate, because the only thing signing the birth certificate do is get you to pay something. And then you got to go fight to get legitimized. That don't make sense. Men got it bad. Soon as we get a girl pregnant, she's a queen. We got to pay for something. And if we don't have enough money, we go to jail. She stay free and get subsidized by the government. This shit ain't fair no more. The Twin Towers get knocked down. All men died up there. All men. But then some congresswoman can say in the United States of America, men need to sit down and shut up. No backlash. Still got a job. If any man said that, this is a racist country though, but if a white man would have said that, he would have lost his job the next day. But this is a racist ass country. But a black woman seemed to hold more weight than these same big bad ass racist white boy. It's very interesting. And a black man, we are just as obsolete. Most black men in their household, they just quiet as a church mouse. They got some overweight woman in there telling them she big, bold, and beautiful, and you better like me because there's some little simp around the corner that'll give her a little penis. And you niggas got to sit here and deal with this shit. I see why men have the highest suicide rate. There's some type of attack on women, but I see why men are dying the way that we are. I take that back to some of you brothers I was picking on for being overweight and high cholesterol and all that. I see why you so stressed out. I see. Because us niggas do all the heavy lifting and get no fucking respect for doing it. All these military men that go overseas and risk their life, they wife over here with a nigga that ain't worth shit. Some. And that's fucking sad. That's sad. Soon as a man makes some money, he got to be trained how not to get his money taken by women. Celebrities are the biggest we're the biggest boost of the economy. If you look at it, celebrity news, $1 million industry. Celebrities going to jail, $1 million industry. Stepping stone for the prosecutor, stepping stone for the judge. Everybody makes money off of the demise of a celebrity. So that's why they put you up on this high pedestal. And if they can't train you like a little fucking lab rat, then you'll have a celebrity mighty fall. Or they'll call you crazy. And you are so jealous of your average everyday celebrity because they keep making you think their life is so great when they got a shit every morning just like you. Sometimes it hurts. You get so jealous of these celebrities because the media make you think they live so grandiose, so every day is a fucking party. And some celebrities wish they was you. Some celebrities wish they just had a little money and nobody knew whoever the fuck they were. Because as soon as you reach this thing called a celebrity, you motherfuckers get disrespectful. The baby gotta punch somebody everywhere he go now. Because why? Because y'all know he a celebrity. And now that you know he'll hit your ass back, you look at him like, oh, I'm just gonna sue him. But they need to make some laws based on respect. Because you motherfuckers seem to not have respect for celebrities. And celebrities need to band together. I said this shit in my last live. You motherfuckers don't understand how much power you got. If you motherfuckers don't go outside for a week and don't post for a week, I think the economy will fucking shut down. Because everybody in your goddamn business. You better make these Congress people change these laws to where you can get some respect. So when some nigga that's jealous of you because you the best rapper and he ain't shit, but a nigga in town that his girlfriend like you, and every time she go in the bathroom, she shaking her ass to your music. So now he happened to bump into you and he can't respect you. You should be able to slap the cowboy shit out of him without going to jail. But no, every prosecutor in the world want to collar a celebrity. It's fucking amazing. It's dividing people based on their success. Soon as people become successful, they are targets. And laws are stacked up against them through these fake ass frivolous lawsuits and all this little bullshit. These people are being tortured. That's why so many celebrities on Molly Percocet. Hell, I wouldn't want to wake up every day like that either. That's why I won't let you call me a celebrity. That's why I don't enjoy the buffoonery. That's why I look like this. I would love for everybody to call me lame as fuck, scary as fuck. I'm a bitch ass nigga. Remember, sticks and stones. Sticks and stones, motherfucker. That's why I live like this. You're not going to call me a celebrity and make me a target. Because anybody who know me, know, you ain't going to get no motherfucking celebrity reaction out of me. Fucking President Obama ran under a losing mentality called Joe the Plumber. Remember, he was always acknowledging Joe the Plumber, always using Joe the Plumber. So Joe the Plumber can get all this respect. If I was Joe the Plumber, I would be able to slap the cowboy shit out of somebody without a prosecutor trying to arrest me. You turning celebrities into babies. If Beyonce and Jay-Z didn't have 50-11 security guards, one of you punk motherfuckers would run up and pinch Beyonce on the ass. And Jay-Z will turn around and slap the cowboy shit out you, and some judge will let you sue him. That's amazing. That is amazing. We got an attack on celebrities. Celebrities are being controlled. And now when one of my honest brethren say something, he can't get none of his friends to even get his back. He got closer friends than me. I really don't even talk to Stephen no more like that. He got closer friends than me. But each and every last one of them motherfuckers, I think one person spoke up. I think Matt Barnes might have spoke up. But each and every last one of them motherfuckers that didn't, That's crazy to me. Knowing this is an honest brother. Knowing this nigga will give you the shirt off his back. We tear down honest men because we are trained to lie. We must lie. Why do we have to lie to one demographic? Why? That big old healthy motherfucker that was on The View that's sitting there, I don't even want to say her name. Big old healthy, nasty motherfucker that said all black men cheat and all this shit, like her big ass been with all black men. But she could say a generalization like that, still keep her job, and no woman said, don't generalize all of the men. Nobody says that. If a white man say any motherfucking thing about a black woman right now today, he will be off air. The whole goddamn, everybody would denounce this motherfucker, call him a racist, call him a bigot, call him he don't like his mama, a white devil, whatever. And this white boy would be fired. And all the white friends would stay away from him. But a black woman can talk and say whatever the fuck she wants. Can even lie and ruin a man's life and call him a rapist. And you don't even go to jail for lying. When the punishment for that man, for that lie, is he will be fired from everything. His own mama will probably disown him for raping a woman. And if that's what he actually did, that should happen. But when it's a lie, imagine the toxicity that is to a man's brain when that's a lie. You want to throw out these big ass words and call men toxic. Imagine what that does to a man. Imagine what that does to his reputation. Men, we are under attack. We are under attack. Real men are under attack. And if you don't say something, pretty soon, you ain't going to be able to say something. It's going to be offensive for you to call a woman a bitch, but it won't be offensive for her to call you a pussy-ass nigga and a deadbeat. See, we make excuses for everything a woman do now. But we hold men accountable. Had a baby, it's the man's responsibility to pay for it or jail time. But it's offensive for a man to say anything now. Men that's married, go home and tell your wife, I'm the head of you. And that's written in the Bible. Go home and don't let them tell you you're the head of the household. Don't let them say that. Go in there and say, I'm the head of my wife. And watch how fast she put your shit to the left, to the left. And watch how fast she put your shit to the left, to the left. And watch how fast your shit become her shit. She don't gotta listen to you no more, nigga. You signed a contract. You signed a contract, nigga. That means shut the fuck up, don't say nothing, listen to me, I'm the boss. You signed a contract. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have me an old Jewish wedding. I'm just gonna jump over the broom. I will not be lock, step, and key to nobody. No, sir. Not me. I want you men to try that. Try that over the weekend. When you wanna see if your wife loves you, go over and say, hey, look here, baby, I found this in the Bible. I'm the head of you, right? She gonna play that goddamn Beyonce and be dancing to that shit. To the left, everything you own in the box to the left. Your ass gonna be out of there. Your house gonna become her house. Your car gonna become her car, but you still gonna have to pay for it. You niggas being used. Us niggas being used. You big badass killers that got these girls with all that mouth, tell her you ain't gonna kill for her for a week. She'll drop your ass like a bad habit. It's amazing, man. How many penitentiaries are full? because men don't think logical. How many? How many that was just raised by somebody you couldn't say, hey, sister girl, you wrong on this one? Because she can get outraged and everybody will listen. I'm going to try something on the internet. I might go in Walmart and I'm going to nut up. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to start knocking shit off the shelf and see how fast them goddamn Walmart guys tackle my ass down, beat the shit out of me and sit on top of me for a cop to get there. But I just saw 30 videos when it's a black woman, she'll knock every goddamn thing off the shelf, fuck the whole store up, and it's like she a bomb or something. Nobody trying to get within 15 fucking feet of her. And if you're outraged, I'm sorry I can see. I'm sorry I see video. I'm sorry. Don't poke my fucking eyes out, but I saw a video that I know if that was one thing different, it could be the same color, just let him have a penis. And they would kill him if he do some shit like that. And I just find that kind of interesting. So for everybody who make a response, because you know some people love to make responses. For anybody who make a response to this video, ask yourself as a black man, could you get away with some of the shit you see our sisters getting away with? Could you? And if you can answer that question honestly, go in the bathroom, nigga, go up under a basement, dig a hole so you can tell the truth for once, nigga. Just go somewhere where ain't no woman around, where it's a couple of men, y'all go in the woods, go on a hunting trip, go out on your goddamn boat somewhere where you can finally answer truthfully. And if you can answer that truthfully, and then you still upset, then make a response video. But if you can't, and you know I'm right, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it, because I got eyes. And we can pull up video after video of the worst behavior. And all we keep talking about is gender. Let's talk about behavior. I don't give a fuck what you identify as. What is your behavior? Are you disturbing the peace? Ma'am, sir, his, her, they, it, whatever the fuck you want to be called. Are you disturbing the peace? Let's get back to manners. Let's get back to respect. Let's stop identifying as all these different shit that gets you a level of power and a different grid of whatever the fuck you trying to get to. Because we all gonna go 6 feet deep. So we all are the same. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. I want to be respected. And I'm gonna give you that respect. You should give celebrities the same respect you want. What's up, BP? You give gay people the same respect you want. But guess what, gay people? Give that fucking same respect back. Stop weaponizing your sex or your sexual orientation. No one cares. I don't give a fuck. When I was out here in the street, that's more vagina for me. No one really cares. I care about respect. I want to live in a world that's peaceful. I don't want it to be okay for black men to die every goddamn day. Just like it's not okay for a black woman to die every goddamn day. I would like for the government to look at this video and look at what I'm saying and look at the numbers and then ask yourself this. If that was a black woman, what would you do? It would be nice to know that black men already don't have good role models. We already done took the male out of our fucking homes. So the least thing you can do is do us a solid and act like you give a fuck if we die. Please do that. Please do us a solid and make it a national outrage for all these young boys that are dying in all of these major cities. If you could do that for me, that's the candidate that I'm voting for. I don't give a fuck if you're white, black, purple, green. If you can do that for me, make an initiative to stop these black boys from dying and making it okay for them to die and go to prison. Let's start trying to rehabilitate these young men. Let's start acting like we don't know what's wrong with these young men. Let's start being honest. You take the logical thinking male out of the home, and now you have somebody that'll shoot somebody over a fucking internet post. And they'll do it while filming themselves do it. So this is not a logical thinking person. So let's stop acting like we don't know what's wrong. I would love for my politicians to start talking about something that's fucking truthful. Don't keep changing the standardized tests and lowering it and lowering it and lowering it, trying to cover the truth up. That our reading levels have dropped. All around performance levels have dropped. Even the young men that are going to the military now, even more sensitive. No offense, that's what the study said. Don't whip me, all y'all niggas still probably choke shit out of me. So I'm not saying that to disrespect you. That's what they said. So let me clear that up. Don't whip my ass, you military niggas, don't play. But anyway, we have to stop acting like we don't know what's wrong. There's an assault on men and masculinity. The average man in his household can't even talk loud. But shit, my mama was loud as shit. That's why I'm loud. My mama was loud as a motherfucker, and she'll let you know, all 6'2". Anytime George Brown came somewhere, you knew it, and you were gonna respect her mind. But that's okay for women to do. Soon as a man get loud, there's always another man trying to make sure he stay calm, especially if he black. They pull out pistols on black men that talk loud. He could not have a weapon, he'll pull out a pistol. It's amazing. And it seems like it's been passed down generation after generation. It's okay for these young boys to go to prison and get raped. Charlemagne the God got on a national, the Breakfast Club. It's a national syndicated show. All of these young males and young girls hear this shit. And he said, I hope he go to jail and get raped. Now, I can almost guarantee my life that everybody in America can get a little piece of my rib and just cut me open. That if any male, black, white, anything, even a woman, would have said that I hope a woman go to prison and get raped, they would never be on national TV ever again. So why is it always okay for men to be assaulted, to be raped? We can laugh about it and talk about it in public. Very interesting. See, that's why I try to get my old lady to understand that we can be in the world, but not of the world. See, that's why I try to get her to understand we got to stay out on a piece of property away from this shit. Because when you got a piece of property and you own a piece of property, you can have law and order on your piece of property. And whatever the fuck they say over there can be whatever the fuck they say over there. But if you come over here with that, it's a no-go. So that's what I try to get my old lady to understand. See, if you want to be a part of this nut gallery, that's on you. But just don't impose it onto me. I don't want my son to think he has to be validated through a penitentiary because he black. I don't want him to think that he under some code of conduct of no snitching when I didn't raise him like no real nigga. He's a civilian. Civilians don't snitch because civilians ain't going with you to do the fucking crime. That nigga right next to you gonna snitch. Matter of fact, you gonna snitch. As soon as you get your phone, you gonna tell every fucking thing you did. So you ain't got to worry about no snitch. You either gonna do it on yourself or that nigga right next to you gonna do it. Stop trying to trick these young boys into thinking that that's what it is. That just because you black, you got to be some type of no snitch at all. Nigga, if you ain't no real nigga and you on the sidewalk, you can say what you saw. Stay your ass on the sidewalk. Don't ever come off the sidewalk. But you can say what you saw. If you off that sidewalk and you in the streets, that's when you can't say what you saw. But that's the reason why the white community is not getting shot up like our community is. Because there's old ladies peeking out of every goddamn window and they gonna say what they saw. And ain't none of you niggas doubling back and shooting up no white neighborhood because you know them goddamn white boys gonna have them goddamn crossbows and shit ready. So it's only us black community that's our biggest problem. And if I got a threat last week, so if that makes you not want to come to my restaurant, and that makes you not want to support me because I was honest with you, that makes this the greatest country on fucking planet Earth, because you have the choice to do so. I don't mind that. But that ain't gonna make me not tell you the fucking truth. What I told you about men are the fucking truth. See, and I'm one of them. I don't care what you threaten me with. I'm way more peaceful without all the hoopla of the NBA. So I'm not one of them guys. I got a girl who actually liked me with less money. So now I find the truth out. And I would rather be around the truth than a bunch of motherfuckers that's around me for some celebrity. Look how quiet it is in here. See, I learned how to live with peace. When you can do that, they can't threaten you with taking away something. You can't threaten me with taking away something. It's sad that a lot of you are being controlled because you're afraid. When Monique, she might not have handled it the right way, but when Monique was saying, I'm not going to that couch, a lot of y'all going to the couch. A lot of y'all destroying your families, destroying your kids, destroying everybody you know, trying to keep up with the Kardashians. Trying to be something that you're not. Some of you little boys can go get a gun license and carry a gun the legal, the right way, but some of you want to keep up an image of being real, so you'd rather wait till you're 20-something-year-old and get a gun charge and be a real nigga with some fake rap sheet than to do it the right way. It's amazing. It's amazing to me, man. And I got daughters in this world. I got daughters out here that because I'm not there to give them this type of game, and it's a tug of war to even give them this type of game, my daughter probably gonna be with the type of nigga that I'm talking about. And that's the sins of a father. I didn't always do everything the right way. I can accept that. That's what men do. We can accept what we do wrong. We damn sure could accept what we do wrong. Why can't some of you women? If you women are so happy about what's going on with all the poverty rate, with all the young men, we don't know if our young boys coming home at night. We don't know if they're gonna go to prison. If y'all happy about it, this what's going on, keep it up. But if you can get out your fucking feelings for 1/2 a second and look around, these young men are hurting. These young men need a code of conduct. These young men are hurting. And the rappers are the only ones that get to tell the truth about it. Listen to your rap songs dating back from the 90s, 80s and 90s. Go listen to all the rappers pouring their heart out, telling you what happens in these situations and in these environments. They've been telling you about it. Go back and listen. And really listen. Really analyze what they're saying. And you'll see it. You'll see it. It's not about blame. It's not about blame. Hell, I might have would have took the money too. But at what cost do you want this money? Are you keep willing to pay with your sons? Because it's okay for your son to die. That's what it seemed like. Go look up the numbers of how many black males die every day in our major cities. All the cities across America. Look up the numbers and then ask yourself, if that was young girls dying like that, what would be happening? There will be a task force assigned to that problem. There will be millions of dollars spent assigned to that problem. Why can't the same effort? I'm not asking for less effort for the women because they're important. You guys are the givers of life. That's important. So don't attack me. Keep up that same effort for women as well. But can the men get a little effort as well? Can these young boys get a little effort too? Can the boys get a little effort too? I'm not saying take anything away from you to help boys, because see, they got you so brainwashed into this tribal fight mentality that it's like a us against them. No, keep up the same effort for the women, but we need to address and start giving effort to these young boys that's willing to die for you anyway. These young boys will kill for their mama because you're giving them the image that that's all they got. And that's not true. In some situations, it might be true. I take that back. But it's not in all situations. So I had to get on here and say something because I just don't want people to start attacking Stephen Jackson for talking about the situations that's going on in his personal life, that a lot of men share common ground with that. A lot of men. So if a woman go up there and share her horror stories about what a man did to him or her, you guys wouldn't attack her. You would understand. But it seemed like anytime a man get up and say anything, you always try to find fault in the man or saying something that he's hateful, and that's not true. This young brother was being honest about his situation. And there are a lot of toxic females. Anytime you can turkey baste a man who's trying to protect himself and not you get you pregnant, and you can still get this man on child support, that's a toxic person who happens to be a woman. So why can't we speak on that? That is wrong on all levels. So I'm going to let y'all have a blessed day because I won't be taking mine down. Because I'd rather be out and left alone. Less is more when it comes to freedom. Less is more. And until you guys understand that and stop chasing your tail, stop trying to live like the Joneses, you don't need all this shit. You give me free or give me fucking death.